Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Max AC channel. After once again enjoying all of those sweet delights from last month, I'm definitely feeling super satisfied, but I'm also feeling a few pounds heavier once more. So for this month, I thought we would balance out our indulgences by returning to a third round of videos for junk-free January. For this month of January, we will be making 4 more recipes that will hopefully help aid you in returning to a more balanced diet after all those sweet treats. For this last week's episode, we will be making some Ninja Creamy high-protein ice cream. For this recipe, for the basic ice cream recipe, you will need 12 ounces of milk or ready-to-drink protein shake, half a cup of yogurt or cottage cheese, 1.5 to 2 scoops of protein powder of your choice, 2 tablespoons of gelatin powder if you want it to be extra creamy, 1 teaspoon of optional vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt. This recipe is a good base for making a variety of flavors, but if you want ideas for different flavors, I will be showing 3 different ones, including cookies and cream, which you will need 12 ounces of milk or ready-to-drink vanilla protein shake, half cup of vanilla protein yogurt, 1.5 to 2 scoops of vanilla or cookies and cream protein powder, 2 tablespoons of gelatin powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, and some Oreos or cookies to mix in. And for the double chocolate chip flavor, you will need 12 ounces of milk or ready-to-drink chocolate protein shake, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1.5 to 2 scoops of chocolate protein powder, 2 tablespoons of gelatin powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, and some chocolate chips to mix in. And finally, for the strawberry cheesecake flavor, you will need 12 ounces of milk or ready-to-drink strawberry protein shake, a half cup of cottage cheese, 1.5 to 2 scoops of vanilla or strawberry protein powder, 2 tablespoons of gelatin powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, some strawberries, and some graham crackers or other crackers to mix in. You will also, of course, need a Ninja Creamy machine and a Ninja Creamy pint jar to make the ice cream, but if you don't have one, you can blend these ingredients up into a delicious smoothie with a normal blender, but I wouldn't recommend using a blender to make this recipe since it requires a specific machine to work. This will make about 2 to 4 servings for each pint, so adjust as needed. First, we'll prepare the mixes. So in a Ninja Creamy pint jar, add in all of your ingredients, reserving some of the milk or other liquid for later, and give it a mix until everything is combined together. For any hard ingredients such as the cookies, chocolate chips, and crackers, I would hold off on adding these until later, unless you want them to be completely pulverized. Also for the strawberries or other fruits, I would recommend using fresh or defrosted fruits, and since you want the mixture to be completely solid when frozen, I recommend mashing the strawberries into a paste or cutting them into small pieces before mixing them in. Then, once everything is mixed together, flatten the mixture so that the surface is smooth, and then cover it and put it into the freezer on a flat surface overnight or until frozen. Then, when you're ready to blend your ice cream, take out your frozen creamy container from your freezer and let it unthaw for 10 minutes, or run the sides under some hot water to help soften the frozen mix. Then, place it into the chassis, add your blade to the lid, seal it up, and place it into the machine. Select full processing mode if needed, then select the light ice cream option and allow it to blend. Once that's done, if the mix is looking a bit chalky or crumbly, add in the reserved liquid or some milk or water, and then return the container to the machine and hit the respin button. Then, when the mix is to your liking, if you wish to add any mix-ins, make a hole in the blended ice cream all the way to the bottom and add in any of the solid pieces such as the cookies, chocolate chips, and crackers, or anything else you want, and put the container back into the machine one more time and hit the mix-in button. And then, once it's to your liking, your Ninja Creamy high-protein ice cream is ready to eat. Ever since I saw this machine on social media, I'd been wanting to get a Ninja Creamy for the longest time. But with the price of the machine being a bit high, I was a bit reluctant to buy it since you can't really use it as a blender, and it's really only useful for making ice cream. But since I do like ice cream a lot, I think that the price was more than justified, and I highly recommend getting it just for that alone. Especially since you can make your own ice cream, you can choose your own ingredients to mix together, allowing you to save some money and more importantly, save a ton of calories. I love eating ice cream, but I don't love how many calories there are, even in a small amount of normal ice cream, so I almost never eat it. But with the Ninja Creamy, I can now make high protein, low calorie ice cream of any flavor whenever I want. Speaking of which, the ice cream flavors I chose to make for this recipe are ones that I've really enjoyed, and I think showcase a bunch of the different ingredients you can use to make your ice cream tasty, while keeping it low calorie and high protein. Out of the ones I made for this recipe, I think the strawberry cheesecake was my favorite, since it had the fresh strawberries in it. But they were all creamy and sweet and tasted almost like the real thing. Of course, there are basically infinite flavor options, so if you do get a Ninja Creamy, I highly recommend experimenting with the basic recipe mix and adding or swapping in ingredients to make your favorite ice cream dupe. For example, some other flavor options I would like to try next are adding matcha powder to make green tea ice cream, or adding in some espresso to make some coffee ice cream. Also, there are a ton of other flavor options in the included recipe book, so I definitely recommend checking that out as well. And you can even find recipes for the other machine options, such as making a sorbet from just canned fruit. There are plenty of frozen treats you can make, but the machine is quite loud, so I would just keep this in mind if you plan on making a late night treat with others in the house. The jars should last for about a month or so in the freezer, but like normal ice cream, if you keep it in the freezer for too long, large ice crystals might develop, which will make the texture kind of weird. Each jar is about a pint of ice cream, so if you don't plan on eating the whole thing, you can put it back in the freezer and save it for later. As long as you have about a quarter of the pint left, you just need to reblend the frozen ice cream when you want to eat it again. Just make sure to flatten the surface before freezing it, and it should be just as good as it was the first time. But regardless of if you eat the entire pint in one sitting, or save some for later, this Ninja Creamy high protein ice cream is a great way to enjoy a sweet treat without the calories of normal ice cream, and with the added bonus of additional protein, making this dessert actually quite a healthy option to add when making a meal plan while cutting or bulking. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. In the comments below, let me know how it went, if you decided to make it, and let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything you want me to make next. Like the video, share with your friends and family, and subscribe to this channel for more episodes of the Max AC channel. And remember, if you want to stay cool in the kitchen, turn your AC to the max and watch the Max AC channel.
Ice cream so good.